Okay, so looks like I am live in NeuroBoost. Looks like I am live in my group. Yes, I am. And it looks like I am live on StreamYard. So that looks like it worked this morning. So good morning. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. When you are trying to get around problems that exist, it just takes a minute or two to get started. So I am live this morning on 5 platforms on StreamYard. I'm live in my group on my desktop. I hope there's no feedback and no strange noises. I am live in NeuroBoost Community HQ, and I am live on TikTok. And this morning, I am really excited actually to be live in all these places this morning, talking about what I am going to talk about, which is understanding the mind of a creative, and a big opportunity. So please stay with me. If you would be interested in getting a chapter in a book, telling your story, if you are a creative, or if you are neurodivergent, because this applies to you and it is an opportunity. So that's where I'm going to start. Now I'm opening documents here that I should have already had open because I'm been naughty and just not quite got ready for everything, but that's okay. We get there. Let me just open that document. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Mandy Nicholson, and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I am an artist, I'm an author, I'm a creative retreat owner here in Scotland, and I help creative women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. I have just started sharing and just confirmed that I am going to be the keynote speaker at Heather Rose's Pink Fizz Socials Social Impact Live on the 11th of October. Hang on, it's asking me to close other applications for some reason. There we go. Right, just let me know if you're in the group, if you're in my group, if you can see me and hear me okay. Let me know if you're in NeuroBoost, if you can see me and hear me okay. If you're elsewhere, just say, yes, I can see you and hear you. TikTok, I know you can because you're on my phone where everybody else is on my laptop. So yes, I have just been confirmed as the keynote speaker at Social Impact Live, and I'm going to be talking there about my journey from the shadows to success. And I'm going to be sharing all of it, warts and all, and how important visibility is in your journey as a business owner, and how that makes such a big difference to your business. But mostly I'm talking today about this opportunity that I may have for you. 3 years ago, I wrote a freebie called The Mind of a Creative. The link for it, it's not on TikTok, but if you go into my link tree in my bio, you'll find it in there, or go onto my website and it's under Work With Me Freebies. So you can find that on my website. I've put the link into the groups and into all the other platforms above this live in the descriptor, so you can click on it there. I've also put a link to my new information page for this book. So let's talk about the freebie first, because in 2021, I created this freebie called The Mind of a Creative. And having worked with creative women and for over 3 decades in one capacity or another, and having spent time observing their traits and tendencies, and also having raised 2 children on the ASD spectrum, one with ADHD and autism, one who is autistic, then I have got a lot of experience around both creativity and neurodivergence. And I see that there is a connection and synergy between the two. So a lot of the creatives that come to work with me in my programs, one-to-one coaching, I can see those neurodivergent traits in them because they're also creative traits. We think very, very differently. And it's really important to acknowledge that. So in the freebie that you can download anytime you like, from a website or from the link above, I highlighted 35 points, 35 traits and observations that I had seen in creatives on a regular, repetitive basis and in neurodivergent people that I work with. And as I was writing this freebie, it's been my most popular freebie. It's been the most downloaded freebie that I have. I always thought this could be a book. And I started writing that book about 2.5 years ago, writing just a chapter at a time, expanding on the point that I'd highlighted and adding some different structure in to create something that could and would become a book and is now ready to come to life. So let me talk you through some of these traits so you can get a feel for what this book's going to look like. So basically, I have written 33,000 words of this book based on these 35 points in the freebie. I am looking, there's now 38 chapters in it. So I've expanded by another 3 chapters. There are now 38 chapters in this book. So I'm looking for 38 people who are creative and or neurodivergent to come and join me in this journey to bring out this book that is going to be very different in the marketplace. Now, there are loads of books that are compilations of people's stories. It started with Jack Canfield and Chicken Soup for the Soul, and that was hugely successful for him. And since then, many, many entrepreneurs with bigger businesses have brought out these compilations of people's stories, women, men, just generally people. And they work because they are inspiring, because they're real stories. However, guess who was left out again? Guess who got stuck in the corner? The creatives and neurodivergents of the world. Nobody told your story. Nobody said, hey, let's bring this together. So I wanted to bring this together in a different and unique way. So if you're interested in becoming part of this project, there is an opportunity for you to do that. So click on the link. Again, on TikTok, if you go to my website, or you DM me, message me if you're interested. I'll send you everything that you need. There's the link above for the information page for the book. So what's going to happen is it's going to end up quite a big book. You will get a chapter in the book if you sign up. Yes, it's paid. So let's be really transparent. This is one of my values in life. Let's be really transparent. There's a cost for coming into the book and writing a chapter. Why is there a cost for coming into the book and writing a chapter? Because all of that money is going into PR, marketing, and promotion to make sure that this book hits the Amazon #1 bestseller list. So if you are coming in as an author, you are going to be part of a book that we are determined to hit the Amazon #1 bestseller list with. Without a doubt, I've already had a meeting with the publisher. That's already happened. I've had a meeting with one PR company. I'm having a meeting with another PR company tomorrow. As authors, your PR then becomes that. This is why you're paying to get into this book. You are going to be doing podcasts. You're going to be in newspapers and magazines, and we're looking for TV appearances. So I'm not doing this half-assed. I'm doing it like I do everything, because how you do anything is how you do everything. I say this all the time, and I do things proper. That's all I'm going to say is I do things proper. I don't mess about. I don't do things half-assed. I do them properly. So we are going to be launching the book at Social Impact Live, where I am the keynote speaker on the 11th of October. This book will be out for Christmas. We're going to hit the Christmas book sales market. We're going to launch it at a big event. There's going to be lots of PR included when you sign up for this book. And I mean lots. I'm using 2 big companies here. All of your chapters will be proofread and edited and polished and beautifully presented within the book. And each of your chapters will go in between mine. So I will have chapter 1, and then there'll be a story, chapter 2, and then there'll be your story. If you are a creative, an artist, a designer, then you have the opportunity to submit an image, one of your pieces, an image of one of your pieces, one of your paintings, one of your drawings can go in with your story. So this is a huge opportunity for a lot of people. There are 38 places here, 38 places. So let's start by looking at those traits that are going to be in the book. So I'm going to start. Chapter 1 is called Your Mind Never Slows Down. And I'm sure you'll resonate with this if you are creative or if you're neurodivergent. Your mind it's non-stop and filled with curiosity. Yeah, it's constantly coming up with ideas that you could be other things that you could be doing other than what you're currently doing. There never seems to be a break from the thoughts, like a machine constantly running, and it's exhausting, but it's also the source of some fun experiences and memorable discussions. So most creatives, in fact, every creative I've met, and most of the neurodivergent people I've met, in fact, all of them, they have this mind never slows down thing going on. So that's the observation I've made. I've now expanded that observation into a full chapter, adding my own personal anecdotes, and I add in some activities that you can do to help with this. So each chapter is structured like that. If you've got any questions about this, do write it in the comments and we'll come back to you. I'll check all the platforms and I will come back to you and answer your questions. It's going to be a really exciting book. I'm sorry if this is not streaming very well. This is a real test at the minute because I'm streaming in so many places at once for productivity. So chapter 2 is going to be called You Challenge the Status Quo. You ask what if and why not all the time. If you notice inequality, you will speak up and you will question what others don't. You'll ask loads of questions, in fact, and this can make people around you feel really uncomfortable. But it's necessary for us, the creatives and neurodivergents of the world, to understand things properly. It's necessary for us to discover the new ways of doing things. So that's going to be chapter 2. I will expand on that observation, like I've said. I'm not going to go through all 35 chapters, or we'll still be here at lunchtime. I'm just going to give you half a dozen. Chapter 3 is going to be called You Embrace Your Genius, even if others don't. Yeah? Authentic, not popular. You want to show up authentically in your paint splattered shirt or in your dungarees. And it's important to you to be the real you and not contrived. So therefore, where you felt you couldn't be the real you, you may have hidden or retreated behind the safety of home or the safety of other places so that you don't have to show up as the real you and be judged. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah, I get it. I'm going to come back to all your comments. I can see them popping in. So you may have been the rebel. You may have been the goth. You may have been the hippie. That was me. That was me. And you will dig your heels in when challenged. You want your individuality to be seen and heard. And you're actually sick of hiding it if you've been doing it and fitting in and masking for a long time. You're sick of fitting in and masking. So that's going to be chapter 3, which will be expanded on. Chapter 4, you'll get this whether you're creative, neurodivergent, or both. It'll make complete sense to you, and I know it will. You have difficulty staying on task. Shiny object syndrome is part of your daily routine. You find yourself chasing the next shiny idea instead of completing the current task that you should be working on in your business. You make massive mental leaps to new possibilities instead of what you're doing. And you get bored really, really quickly. So this can be beneficial for challenging yourself and looking for new ideas, but detrimental to your income because you often don't allow an idea to be consolidated and create revenue consistently before you're off on another project. So if you resonate with that, I get you. That's why this book needs to be written. It needs to be written, and I need your stories. So if you are interested, get them in, contact me any which way you like and say, I want in. Chapter 5 is going to be called, let me just decline somebody who's trying to get in while I'm on TikTok. Chapter 5 is going to be called You Creating Cycles. And you may go from highs and manic to lows and low slumps and retreating from the world. Noticing the cycles and adding routine tasks that make a difference to your business when you're in a slump is necessary to your survival and growth. So this chapter touches on that, and I'm giving advice in the chapters and tips as well. And then that will be followed by somebody who's experienced that, a story, their story. So I've got everybody trying to get in on TikTok and nobody's coming in. I'm just going to read you this as the last one. Yeah, because I could go on all day about this. Download the freebie. Have a look at it. If you resonate with, most people come back to me and go, oh my God, Mandy, you're in my head. So I do know that it resonates with creative people and neurodivergent people. Number 6 is you need time for your soul. Self-soothing with meditation and periods of solitude, of retreating from the world, will recharge you and will allow you to recover more quickly. And because you're masking and trying to fit into society, you don't always allow yourself the time to do that. And if you don't allow the recovery time, the impact on your creative flow, on your ideas, on your motivation can be absolutely devastating. So this is what's going to be in this book. It's going to be a book. It's a self-help book, but with stories in. It's very different to anything else that you might find out there at the moment. And I've been so ready to write this for years. And at last, I have gone, right, this is how I'm going to get it out to the world. This is how it's going out there. So if you're interested, do read the information page. Because if you become an author in this book, there's a whole PR machine going to be happening, a whole marketing strategy, and we are launching it at Social Impact Live. It's going to have a big launch at a big event. Going to be Amazon #1 bestseller, and you could be part of that. Imagine the impact that's going to have on your business and how you could leverage that, ongoing in your business. You first of all get the Amazon #1 bestseller badge, but you build this network of 38 other people and their networks. It's going to expand your network. It's going to give you visibility, because if you are one of the authors and you come to Social Impact Live, and good old Heather, she is absolutely superb. She's given a special price for authors only for that event. And that special price gets you a standard ticket, but exclusive access to the VIP evening and the opportunity to read your chapter out at the VIP evening. So that's really exciting. I think that's really exciting. And if I wasn't writing the book, I'd want to be in the book. That's all I'm going to say about that. But read the information page. Let me know if you're interested. If you want to jump on a call and have a chat about it, let's do that. But this opportunity is for you. This opportunity is for you to become part of something that me, Mandy Nicholson, doesn't mess about with. Don't play it small. I never play it small. Remember the castles, yeah? Never play it small. Social Impact Live is the 11th of October. That's when we'll be launching the book. You would need to have your chapter written by the end of August so that we can get it edited, proofread and edited and polished and ready for the book. So any other details that you need, please do get in contact with me. I hope that this has answered some of your questions and given you a few ideas. I know it will have, because that creative brain of yours is an amazing place. And the ideas are always streaming in. And you don't have to tell your whole story, just a part of your story. The part of your story that maybe where you did feel like the weirdo in the room, the person that was different. Maybe you tell the story of having to mask in order to survive in life, having to conform to society in order to survive in the real world. So I don't know what your story is, but I'd love to read it. So I'm just going to leave it there with, here's your invite to join this amazing project. I would love to have you on board. Read the information page, sign up if you want to do it, contact me if you've got any questions. So I will see you all again next Tuesday. And for NeuroBoost, I'm going to be streaming my live. If this worked today, because I won't know whether it's worked until I go and check all the platforms, I'll be streaming my live every Tuesday that I do on all my other platforms into NeuroBoost as well, so that you are getting updates and information and training on specific things to do with your business. So have an awesome week, everybody. I will see you same time, same place next week. And you know, this is your opportunity to become a published author. I'm off to go make a cup of tea. Bye for now. Okay. That was bye to NeuroBoost. Bye to my group. I will definitely see you again next week. And bye to StreamYard and all the platforms.